My aunt and uncle refused to let me and my husband sleep in the same bed, so I got them kicked out of the house. I'm a 27-year-old man, and I'm married to my husband. He's the love of my life. Before him, I had only dated women. But when I met him, everything changed. We've been married for almost 4 years now. And we live in Vermont, but my whole family is from a small town in Texas, very conservative, very religious. I grew up there. Until my dad got a job in New York. When I was 15, that move changed everything. We went from a rural town to living in Manhattan. It was a huge culture shock, but eventually, we adjusted. My parents kept our old house in Texas and let my aunt and uncle move in. They had just had their third child. So my parents helped them, charging very little rent, basically doing them a favor. Years later, when I was in college, I came out as bi. My dad and brother supported me immediately. My mom needed time, but she eventually came around. The rest of my family, including my aunt and uncle, were not supportive at first, but over time, they acted like they accepted it, or at least, that's what I thought. When we visited Texas, we would stay at that house. But there was always a rule. Since we weren't married, we couldn't share a bed. We didn't argue, we just kept the peace. After we got married, we stopped staying there. We would just get a motel. It was easier, less drama. During COVID, we didn't visit at all. But this summer, my family planned a trip back. My parents and my brother were going for 2 weeks and invited us. I suggested we stay in a motel again. But my aunt and uncle insisted. They said we should stay with them. That it would be nice. I should have trusted my gut. The first night, after the kids went to bed, we started talking about sleeping arrangements. And that's when things changed. They said, me and my brother would share a room, and my husband would sleep on the couch. All three of us had a problem with that. We told them, we are married. We sleep together. That's normal. And that's when they snapped. They said, we weren't really married. They said, because we're gay, it doesn't count. And that they had children in the house. And it would be a bad influence. Hearing that broke my husband. He started crying and ran out of the room. And then, my uncle laughed. He actually laughed at my husband crying. That's when something in me snapped. I completely lost it. I started yelling, cussing them out. I told them, if they didn't go apologize immediately, I would call my dad and tell him everything. And make sure they got kicked out of that house, because it wasn't even theirs. My brother backed me up, completely. They started panicking, trying to take it back, saying we were still welcome, but that we had to follow their rules. I told them, this is not your house. I told them, if I had my way, they would be homeless. The kids heard that and started crying. Everything turned into chaos. So we left. My husband was outside, still crying. I told him I would never let anyone treat him like that again, no matter who they were, family or not. The next day, I called my dad and told him everything. I've never heard him that angry. He was furious, not just at what they said, but at how they treated my husband. He didn't hesitate. He gave them a 60-day eviction notice. Now my entire family is blowing up my phone, calling me an asshole, saying I went too far, that the kids don't deserve this, that I ruined their lives and made them homeless. And now, I'm starting to question it. So tell me, did I go too far?